So hey everyone, welcome back to Rebecca's Colouring Arts and Crafts. So today I'm actually going to do a book review of The Red Scrolls of Magic by Cassandra, Clare and Wesley Chu. This is book one in her new series, The Eldest Curses, which is based on the Shadowhunter world by Cassandra Clare. This was provided to me by Simon & Schuster in exchange for a review, and I'm so grateful for the fact that I did get to review this. Pretty much this comes in around, I think, fourth or fifth book in the series. I'm still reading the first in the series because I'm working slowly towards, shall we say, being able to review the Dark Artifices, and I've read that you need to read all the others in the series to fully understand the Dark Artifice because there's references back. However, this one I found, for me, I just decided to read it anyway to do it, but I found that because I'd already seen the characters' names, it didn't actually have any effect at all on the other books. Maybe it comes into those based around Alec and Magnus Bane's relationship, so that might be a bit of a, shall we say, spoiler, because obviously that's not in the first book. But I found that I was actually able to read this book without actually finishing the other books, because I sort of had a bit of a knowledge about the characters from being a bit over halfway through the first book. But at the same time, I found that this story kind of does go on quite a different route to the other book and introduces new characters and stuff. So I was, the characters from the original series, apart from Alec and Magnus and brief chats with some of the other characters, there wasn't really that much that would, shall we say, prevent you from reading this before reading the other books, even if you're still only on the first book like I am. I'm going to keep working my way through them because I'm really enjoying them. As for this book, I really did enjoy it. It is based around a relationship between Magnus Bane and Alec. So obviously, I guess, two guys together relationship. So, and I really enjoyed it. And it also has a cliffhanger at the end, which I won't mention, but it basically is about them learning to trust each other and how they work together and getting to know their relationship. But also it's about, I guess, a bit more of Magnus Bane's past and him working out what he can tell Alec or can't tell Alec, or how that works, and about them learning to trust each other. I did find it was a very interesting read. It was based in like Paris and French countries, I guess you could say. So I can't remember all the names. I think there was Venice, Rome, Paris, but I can't remember all of them or if those are exactly correct. It's been a little while since I read it. I've been waiting to be able to get a chance to record this with everything that's been going on. And so, yeah, it was just, I don't want to go too much into the storyline because I don't know how it spoils the other books in the series, because I haven't gotten to read all of them yet. Maybe I'll understand more of that relationship as I read through the other books. But I'm sort of working between multiple books at the moment, so yeah. So I sort of don't know what to go into or whatever, because I don't know much about the Shadowhunter world in general, because of the fact that I'm just kind of in the beginning of the Shadowhunter world. I don't have much knowledge about the others. I haven't read the Infernal Devices series or the Dark Artifices series, or even finished the City of Bones series. So I don't really know much else to say. I would definitely rate this at least a 5 out of 5 stars for me, because I really enjoyed it and I found it didn't spoil what I'm currently reading. I may notice some things as I go through the series, but for me to just go into this one before I'd even finished the first series and be able to read through it without any issues about it coming in. There could be some references to the other series, but mostly I found, from what I've read of the first book, there was only references to some of the other characters, but there wasn't really much about them or anything. So for me, I found I was able to go into this one without, whereas from what I've heard with the Dark Artifices and that, it's hugely based in the Shadowhunter world, and as a result you need to read all the other books before you can even get to that one. So for this one, it was a nice chance that you were able to actually read it and not have to worry about, shall we say, not have to worry about the fact that it is going to spoil those other books, because it does seem to be a bit more solo based with just some of the characters, but it could change, I don't know. But for me, I was actually able to read this without having read much of the other and still really enjoy it and understand it and not actually be confused about the storyline. So yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this review anyway. I would definitely highly recommend reading this book even if you haven't read the other series, because from what I've found, it doesn't actually, like, it is in the Shadowhunter world, I guess, but I don't know exactly how because of not reading the other books. But if I'd gone into this without knowing about her other books in the series, I think I would have managed fine at starting this as a solo novel, because I didn't have that confusion of like, oh, what does that scene mean? What does that scene mean? Maybe that's partly because I've read a bit of the first book in the whole series. I don't know, but from what I've read with the Dark Artifices and the others, you really do need to read those books before starting it, because there is a lot of references back to the other books in the series. But yeah, so I really hope you've enjoyed this and it helps, and I will see you next time. Bye!